Hey everyone, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small, and today we're going to be taking a look at and unboxing the Val and Kate Squadron for Blood Red Skies. This is part of the Midway release that they're doing for Blood Red Skies, and as the Pacific is my favorite combat theater, I was excited to get this box and flesh out the Japanese side of the battle. So the Vals and the Kates, if you don't know, the Vals are dive bombers. The Kates are torpedo planes. They can also act as level bombers as well. The Kates' probably most successful attack was dropping a bomb on the USS Arizona at Pearl Harbor. Alright, and then the Vals are very iconic because they have that fixed landing gear. Their landing gear doesn't go up, so they're very easy to tell the difference. Alright, let's flip this over. We get 3 Vals, 3 Kates, 6 flying bases, tokens, aircraft cards, doctrine card, aircraft traits, and water slide aircraft marking sheet. Cool. Alright, let's open this up and take a look. I mentioned this in the Dauntless and Devastator box. I do appreciate these smaller boxes. It's not wasting a lot of room or cardboard, which is nice. Hopefully it makes shipping a little bit cheaper for them. So there you go. You've got the card for the flight stands, damage tokens, and so on. We don't need to take a look at those. We've got the cards and all that fun stuff. Okay. So you've got just the circles, which is too bad. I mentioned this in the Devastator. That one just came with stars. Unlike the starter box, which has a more extensive decal sheet, this just has the stars, and you can kind of see here those might be hand painted, but you know, those yellow stripes should have been decals. There's a red stripe on the fuselage for this one. You know, that could have been decal, but it's just not a big deal. But thought I'd point it out. It's better than the stickers of the first version. All right, we've got 2 aircraft traits and a doctrine. The doctrine is seasoned pilot. Bonus, great climb. In reaction to a friendly plane failing a maneuver test, the plane re-rolls the dice for the maneuver test. Interesting. Vulnerable. Design flaws, including a lack of pilot armor, made some aircraft virtual death traps. Vulnerable planes being shot at is when you play. Increase the firepower of the shooting attack by 1 before the dice are rolled. This is obviously a negative trait. And then laden or laden is another negative aircraft trait. It's basically in play while your bomber still has its payload. Until the plane is unladen, it has a -1 skill, -1 speed, and may not climb for advantage if the enemy is within 18. So you have those cards. You've got the Val with its dive bomber, turret, and vulnerable. And then you've got the Kate with its torpedo bomber, turret, and vulnerable. Okay. All right. Then, while you're really here, at least while I'm really here, just checking out the cool models. So it looks like they molded them in that white. Can't say I'm a big fan of the white. It's just harder to get it on camera. But obviously, I'm base coating everything, so that doesn't matter. Alicia. Well, thank you for packing this. Alright, you have the Kates, which are pretty big planes. And it looks like they're molded with the torpedo, which is cool. Then you have the Vals, which are a little bit smaller. Vals are obviously on par with Dauntlesses are their counterpart. There's a Dauntless. You can see they're pretty similar in size. This has the bomb molded on, which again is cool. And then it has the landing gear as separate pieces. The Kate has its torpedo again. Lots of nice detail. The panel lines look deep enough that it'll hold a wash without looking too deep, so it looks kind of ridiculous. There's always some exaggeration at this scale to get that to stand out, because if that was the real plane and we were at this distance to scale, we wouldn't be able to make out those panel lines. So very nice. So exciting. You know, with this, at least the U.S. Navy and Imperial Japanese Navy, you can do all the planes for the Battle of Midway. The Japanese had the Zero, the Kate, the Val. The American carriers had the Wildcat, Dauntless, and Devastator. Now, there are some planes that haven't been yet included. Now, maybe they have them and I don't know. Correct me in the comments below. But the actual island of Midway had kind of a hodgepodge of aircraft. It had Brewster Buffaloes, it had Wildcats, it had B-17s, it had PBY Catalinas, it had Avengers, it had, I think, B-26 Marauders, a couple of those. So there is quite a different group of aircraft, and those may be kits that are already out. I don't know, but as far as this initial release, we've got the IJN and the USN completely covered, which is nice. So how useful are these in the game? I don't know. I'm sure there's scenarios where you're attacking or defending, and having planes like this as models instead of using the cardboard cutouts, I'm sure is going to be a lot more fun. Visually, it'll look a lot more awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting these planes painted and you know, out on the table. I will probably go with the traditional you know, white or off-white for the Vals and green for the torpedo planes, but who knows, maybe I'll change my mind halfway through. All right, there you go, guys. That's a look at the rather cool Val and Kate Squadron box for Blood Red Skies. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do let me know down in the comments below. Sound off if you played the game. Sound off if you guys want us to cover this game more. If you want to see more content. Always interested in doing stuff that you guys ask for. And if there is interest, I would love to do battle reports and more for this game. All right. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.